Hello, everybody, and welcome to Connect In. Connect In is a weekly broadcast about the importance and the many ways to get out of your head and back into your heart. So, why is it so important to get back into your heart? When we are in our heart, there is let's start that again. When we were in our heart, and our heart is part of our body, when we are connected with our body and heart, we are in flow of our soul destiny. I know that's such a big thing to say, but think about it in a little different way. When you are trying to explore big things, what's your next step? Should you go into this relationship, this new job? What is the meaning of my life? All that whole range, right? That is questions that are really of the heart. Because your mind, God love our mind, right? She's brilliant. She keeps us going. She keeps us on track. She keeps us on schedule. But our mind also keeps us safe, right? Somehow our mind has figured out these are the parameters for you and your growth. And those parameters are happen when really at a super young age. So whenever you are in a growth spurt, your mind, or we call it the inner critic, is like, no, you can't go there. Don't do that. No, you won't have enough money. You won't have any friends. You won't, blah, 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 right? That's the mind. And so when you come back in, when you get out of your head and back into your heart, then you are connecting in with your truth, right? Our truth sometimes I talk about as your heart's yes, your soul's truth. I mean, it could be that deep knowing inside you, if that's the language you like to use, or it can be connecting in with your soul destiny, if that's the language that you like. But here's the thing, our heart, it doesn't always have to do these big things, right? Our heart can say, yeah, wear that today. Right? And we all have had that experience. You put something on, you're like, no, I don't want to wear this, right? And then your mind goes, well, you don't want to wear this because blah, 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 blah. It does, right? But, you go through your closet and you're like, yes, that is what I want to wear, right? That, believe it or not, my loves, is a very simple way of knowing what it feels like to connect to your heart's yes. Right? Yeah, I know. I had 3 different outfits on before I got dressed today. It's like, my mind was like, "It's way too cold to wear that." And my body was like, and my heart was like, "Yeah, I wanna wear that." So that's one really simple way of knowing that you are connected to your body and heart, right? And we do this all the time. What do you wanna eat? When you think about it this way, when you are choosing something because it makes sense, right? Sense is the key word here. Sense means that you are depending or listening more to your head than your heart. When you say something like, oh, that feels right, that's your heart, right? And, as we move from 2021, which feels like the never ending feeling of limbo and madness and limbo and madness and eek and madness and limbo, and we start moving into 2022, part of us is like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be any different. And part of us is like, oh, please let it be different, right? But here's the thing, you can take control. I don't know if control is the right word, but you can take, um, you can have more say in the year than you might think. And we do that by connecting in to our body and our heart and using tools, right? So, tools for the heart. There is a variety of tools that you can use to live a heart centered life. And just to let you know, little promo moment. One, if you like what you're listening to, please subscribe. Two, I am offering Tools of the Heart is starting this Monday, January 17th. Okay, so hold that in your being as I'm talking about why it's important to connect with tools for your heart. Because one, Tools of the Heart is a 21-day program that will get you out of your head and back in control of your life again. So you can live life as your brightest, best self. Take that in. Isn't that really what we all want for 2022? To live as our fullest, most authentic selves? And one more thing about Tools of the Heart is it is for wherever you are on your journey of self-discovery, right? So if you are a brand new beginner, there is a structure and tools to help hold you through the journey and the process of connecting to your heart and learning tools to do that. If you are a seasoned spiritual journeyist or energy person or somebody who has really done a lot of work on oneself, there is also a really big holding space for you in Tools of the Heart. The funny thing about Tools of the Heart is I have people doing it over and over again because each time they do it, they go deeper and deeper. So, Tools of the Heart are tools to help you navigate the landscape of your soul, the landscape of feelings, of emotions, of truth. That's the landscape of soul. But the landscape of soul isn't always guided. You can't always kind of get there with your mind, as I talked about earlier. The way that you can connect in and listen to your truth are with tools for the heart. And so there's a couple layers of Tools of the Heart that I just wanted to touch in with you and share a little bit about today. So I hope that's okay with you. Because some of these you may be actually engaging with in your life, and some of them may be new for you. So for over 25 years, I have been a practitioner of five-element acupuncture, energy medicine, shamanism, and I've been an artist since I was a wee child. An art or a creative person since a wee child. Artist has a weird name or attitude. And so somewhere in the journey of my life, probably about 7 years ago, I was asked by Spirit to write a book. And that book is called Painting the Landscape of Your Soul. And Painting the Landscape of Your Soul is a self-help, self-discovery book that takes you through the journey of your body, of connecting with your energy, of connecting with your guides, to kind of hone in on your truth. And it's a book, and you can go through the journey from start to finish, and it's kind of self-guided. But in Painting the Landscape of Your Soul and in Tools of the Heart, and actually everything that I do now, I am incorporating energy medicine, Taoist concepts like yin yang, five elements, and shamanism, and the intuitive, embodied creative process, because these four things, or three things, are the way in to understanding your heart, to listening to your soul, to navigating the inner landscape of your soul. Because the mind can't get to those deep feeling, sometimes unconscious, subconscious truths. Those truths that you came into body with, those truths that are sitting deep in your heart, those truths that are in your bones, right? These energy skills, shamanism, energy healing, intuitive creation, all these things help you get under the radar of your mind and to your truth. Now, when we are working in the world of our sub-unconscious, it isn't always words of how the body, mind, spirit dialogues with us. I really do believe that our first language is color, shape, and form, right? The language of metaphor, the language of feelings and emotions. So I believe, and that's why the creative part is in all of the things that I offer, because it is that language of color, of shape, of expression, excuse me, that is how your soul speaks to you, right? Movement, free writing, all those things that bring you deeply into an allowing being heart space, right? That is where we drop into truth. So tools for your heart is shamanism, is energy management or energy medicine, and embodied intuitive creative processes. Those things together can help you access places in your heart that your mind isn't going to get there. I mean, you may have a deep knowing, but I really think the phrase deep knowing is really about those things that only your soul can hold on to. So what is shamanism? Shamanism, the word itself is a cross-cultural word that is, I think it comes from Mongolia, but it's a pretty broad world understanding of a particular thing. And so shamanism is a way that you drop into out of the day-to-day mind, like your ordinary reality, and through something that's like a guided visualization, but it's called a shamanic journey, you actually go on a journey in a visualization like, and you connect in with your guides, your power animals, your teachers, your archangels. You know, shamanism is a kind of global, worldwide expression of a particular thing. And then these common cultural beliefs are under this one umbrella. But if you look at, you know, some people that do guided visualizations talk to teachers, you know, there's all different ways to get in. But I'm a shamanic practitioner and I incorporate the journey and the way to connect in to beings that are outside the day-to-day that are there guiding you, right? And there's all different ways that those beings show up. And that's a really short, super, super short conversation on shamanism. Shamanism is also a healing modality, right? And with every healing modality, we use tools called intention, clearing, building energy, and coming back into your light. In fact, I could say that theme is pretty consistent through the journey of each program that I offer. Holding an intention, right? Clearing what is in the way, clearing beliefs and other people's attitudes that are holding you back, re-inviting your power, your internal yes to come into the forefront of your life so you can live life as your brightest, best self, right? That is how I see the healing journey, with the goal being always to live your most authentic self, which is brightest, best self for me. And so energy medicine is also a healing modality, and it's also a language of movement and flow in your being, right? So we can look at that as far as chakras or meridians or just tightness and stiffness in our body, in our mind, and in our spirit, right? There's this beautiful phrase in five element acupuncture that talks about the role of the heart. So this is the spiritual role of the heart. And in that, they talk about that the heart should allow all emotions to be expressed, right? Everything should just flow. If you hold on to one thing, that slows the energy down, that creates pathology, illness, sadness, emotions, blah, blah, blah. That's what takes us down the spiral path. And so when you're thinking about energy medicine, the this whole exploring your soulscape process is about freeing up what's stuck, right? So if that is a particular story you have in your head, um, I don't know. I'm not good enough. That's a real doozy for a lot of us. Or I have like a constant state of anxiety or sadness. Again, that is also something that is slowing down the energy. So when we work with the Soulscape process and the tools of the heart, there are very particular energy management tools that I share because these are tools that we should have all been taught in preschool. Honestly, right? How to manage our energy, how to keep ourselves sovereign and clear and everybody else's eek off our field, right? And then there is the intuitive creative process. And the reason I use those phrases is because I don't want to confuse you with painting or art. And those things got all kinds of, we have all kinds of attachments to what that is. But let's think about creativity, or the embodied creative process is your inner 3-year-old or your inner 4-year-old who, when you hand them a crayon or a pencil, they're like, oh yeah. And they don't have to worry about what to draw, right? They just start drawing. And so one of the tools of the heart is using the embodied creative process to express what is in your body, what's in your heart. And I know I feel like I'm going in circles here, but this is all to say that these 3 tools, shamanism, energy medicine, and embodied creativity, are the overarching tools for the heart. And within there is the breakdown of all of that. There is working with intention. There is cord cutting and clearing and empowering yourself. There's a whole range of things. But what's super important, and probably the very first step, is to come back into your body and let your feelings and emotions guide you, right? And that's your heart's yes. So, Tools of the Heart is a 21-day journey of coming back to you, learning skills to clearing out whatever is holding you back, what is not thriving in you, so that you can live a life more empowered, right? And that goes through your personal life, your work life, your love life, your relationship life. Like when you are more inside you, you mirror that for everybody else around you, right? And it all starts with connecting in and learning tools for your heart. So, what I like to do in the next few moments of us gathering is one, if you have questions about this, about tools of the heart, about this beautiful structure that I have put together to help you be your brightest best self, message me, DM me, email me, Damini@DaminiCelebrity.com. You can message me through my website, through Instagram, through Facebook. I would love to answer any questions you have. Okay. And one more reminder is Tools of the Heart starts on Monday. And it is probably one of the most powerful things that you can do to set 2020 according to your dreams and visions. All right, so let's do a very short coming back into your body experience, because I've been talking a lot. And I think it's important for us to come back into our body and feel what that feels like. Right? So if you're driving, I'm going to ask you just to listen and not participate. But if you are somewhere where you are sitting or lying down, brilliant. Just feel the weight of your body on the earth. Feel your butt on the chair, your back on the bed, your feet on the floor. Wiggle your toes. That's the furthest thing away from our head as possible. And bring your awareness to your belly. And invite your breath to come all the way down to your belly. Invite your breath to come down to your hips. Invite your breath to come all the way down to your toes. Breath to belly to feet. Again, breath to belly to feet. How does that feel? This simple breath, belly, feet is the new mantra for you. It's the new reminder to get out of your head and back into your body so that you can listen to what your heart and soul have to share. And it's not woo-woo-y. It's not coming from other weird places. This is the truth that resides in your bones. And the way to access that is breath, belly, feet. How do you feel? What do you notice? Great. You can use breath, belly, feet whenever you need it. Waiting in line at the grocery store, waiting at a traffic sign, at any moment where you start going, "Whoa!" Breath, belly, feet, wiggle your toes, come all the way down. Great. So I thank you much for being here with me today. Again, really reach out, ask me any questions that you have. Go over to DaminiCelebrate.com, check out Tools of the Heart, check out the blogs. There's a lot of goodness there. And seriously, I hope to see you on Monday. I really do believe this can change your life. Okay, sending you much love. And again, Happy New Year.